Generation 10 of Pokémon has been announced. Pokémon Winds and Waves. I wish I could say that was a surprise, but of all the leaks I was able to avoid, this set of game titles was not one of them. Okay, it's happening. Gen 10. This video is going to be all over the place because it's literally my first impressions right after watching the trailer, but let's just riff some thoughts out there. This first trailer looks pretty great. Obviously there isn't a crazy amount we can glean from it. It is just an overview trailer, very similar to the one we got for Scarlet and Violet a few years back. It shows off the world, it shows some Pokemon milling about, a couple of towns. It's a generic overview. It's not going to be indicative of the actual game experience we'll end up having. I am really happy though, to say that I've kinda got my wish in a big way with these next games. I remember saying that I really want a Pokemon to push forward with an art style like the one we saw in New Pokemon Snap. This looks like it could absolutely be New Pokemon Snap. It's very reminiscent for me. The visuals are really striking. It looks like a huge world we're going to be dropped into in these games. It's definitely a tropical environment we're looking at here, which makes it look even more like New Pokemon Snap in my opinion. It looks like it's going to be another island hopping adventure, a bit like Alola. Can we just take a second to appreciate these wave physics, by the way? This looks really good. Interested to see how we'll be crossing the ocean, and if it'll be fully open world. Hey, one thing they could do, if it isn't fully open world, is use the waves to stop you from going where you aren't supposed to go yet. Like, the waves are too powerful to get through until you have a certain amount of badges, or unlock a certain ability. I can see that happening. The world looks like it's going to be a blast to explore though, if this short trailer is anything to go by. Already looks leaps ahead of Scarlet and Violet. I'm a mixture of happy and relieved in that department. I think a lot was riding on these games to impress people from their very first trailer. They really couldn't afford another choppy, low FPS reveal trailer. And they've delivered there. This is a sleek and sharp looking reveal. The protagonists look cool. They have a lot more personality to them than the Scarlet and Violet ones in my opinion. Obviously, I've no doubt we'll be able to customize our characters' looks and clothing and whatever else, but it is always nice to have the default characters look good, because the default models are characters in themselves. Comes as no surprise to me that the female protag looks the better of the two. That's a fair old tradition. Again though, just my opinion. I like the hoverboard looking things they have, although that makes me think we're not getting the bicycle back in Gen 10, which is a little sad. I like the bicycle. We got the starters revealed too. We have Brout, the grass-type bean chick Pokemon, Pombon, the fire-type puppy Pokemon, and Gekwa, the water-type gecko Pokemon. I've got to say, in the reveal trailer, these look like the most fan-designed starter Pokemon I've ever seen. They looked a little bit off to me. The official 2D art makes them look a lot better though. These actually capture that signature Pokemon style. I'm instantly drawn to Pombon, the fire starter. I've been wanting a dog starter Pokemon for ages now, so I feel like I can't pass up that opportunity. Although Gekwa is already growing on me the more I look at it. I think these three are going to be a really popular group of starters though, as time goes on. Please don't make my little guy stand up, for God's sake. There are also these new vacation-themed Pikachu that are going to be in the game. Mr. Windychew and Miss Wavychew, as the official website calls them. Not much has been said about them. They're maintaining a bit of mystery around them for now, but they're going to be part of our adventure in some way in these games. I'm sure we'll find out more before too long. I'm pretty happy with this reveal trailer. The kicker for me though is the 2027 release date. I know, let Game Freak cook. More time to get the games fully polished and sparkling is 100% a good thing. I say this from a very selfish point of view, because I'd kind of already started planning my end of year around these games. Silly thing to do in retrospect. That is genuinely surprising to me in general though. I really would have thought that they'd be pushing hard to get Generation 10 out there on the 30th anniversary year. It all just lines up kinda nice, doesn't it? But hey, if they feel like the extra time is needed, let them get on with it. The fact that they haven't specified early or late 2027 makes me think that it probably won't be early 2027. I could be wrong, but I am bracing myself for an October or November 2027 release for Winds and Waves. Although when you look at the first Legends ZA trailer, because that game came out a year and a half after the first trailer too, that didn't even show gameplay, that was just a blueprint trailer. This one does have gameplay in a sense. which makes you think they're a bit further down the development cycle. I don't know, I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. At least Champions is coming out this year. That might be the thing that helps the time pass a little quicker. For now, I think I'm going to take a little breather, step back for a little while, because I have the time to now. In the meantime, let me know where you're at after this Pokémon Winds and Waves trailer. After this Pokémon Presents in general as well. I'm seeing mixed views on it. Some people are hyped, some people I'm seeing are thinking that this huge 30th anniversary Presents should have been way more than it ended up being. Yeah, it's still sinking in for me too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please do drop a like while you're down there, subscribe for more Pokemon videos. Thanks for hanging out, I will catch you in the next one.